What's poppin', guys? So I completely forgot to film a intro to this video, so narrator Austin is here to tell you what's going down. Today is the day we try and start the auction 850 that we picked up for 500 bucks with 69,000 miles. We're going to replace the gas, we're going to replace the fuel pump, we're going to replace the timing belt, and we're going to try and start this thing. Other than that, not much else going on. I appreciate you guys checking out today's video, and I appreciate you guys checking out all the videos that I've been uploading recently. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers, which is freaking awesome, and I just wanted to thank you guys for checking out all the videos. And other than that, let's get to it, and hopefully this Volvo will be moving under its own power by the end of this video. So let's get to it. So we're gonna try and replace this timing belt real quick. What's nice about this car is usually on like the later model 850s, you have to have like a special tool to take the tension out of the serpentine belt tensioner. You have to have like a special tool to put in there, but on this one, you can just put a normal ratchet, 3/8 ratchet right in there. Take the tension right off. That's kind of sweet. Never noticed that on at least a 93 year Volvo. But yeah, it should be easy. I got the wheel off. We're gonna go in there and take the timing belt, the old timing belt off, put a new one on there, and then we'll move on from there. Also, if someone can clarify, why does this have 4 lug nuts? I could have swore like every 850 I've ever seen, every S60, 240, they all have 5 lug nuts. I've never seen a Volvo with 4 lug nuts. I've seen like the S40s and stuff have 4 lug nuts, but that threw me off when I took the center cap off. But that is strange. If anyone wants to clarify that, I'd appreciate it. So leave it down in the comments if you know why this car has 4 lug nuts. Made a quick rough diagram of how the serpentine belt mounts up on this. Because after the weird wheel thing, maybe there's a lot more different from the 93 850s compared to like the newer model 850s. So I just want to make sure I'm not skipping over anything or missing anything that's kind of strange. But this is how it's routed. It goes to the crank, AC compressor, goes up to the alternator, down the idler, and then back up to the power steering pump, and then that's the tensioner. So should be good to take that pulley off, and then we'll start getting the timing belt off. So I got the timing belt lined up, so we should be good to take the timing belt off. As you can see, the timing mark, it's kind of rusty, but it's right there. It's pointing to the timing mark on the cover, and that timing mark is pointing to the timing mark on the cover. And then the crank, it's really hard to see all the way down there. Let me see if I can zoom in. There we go, right there. You can see that notch in the crank gear is pointing to the timing mark on the timing cover. So I don't see any coolant leaking from the water pump, so I think we're good there. We don't have to worry about the water pump being the reason why this thing has like no coolant in it. But we do still have to figure out why this thing has no coolant. But I guess we'll figure that out once we try and start it. And I'll just go ahead and take this timing belt off. First, I gotta take this cover off, and then at the bottom of the crank, there's a tiny cover. It's hard to see, but there's a tiny cover under there, and gotta take that off too. I was taking those bolts out of that tiny cover for the timing belt. I was looking under here. Look at this. It still has a decal underneath it on how you're supposed to strap this thing up when you're towing it, or when you're, pulling it. It's pretty funny. I guess you're supposed to strap around the subframe. Very interesting. I know that's not how I do it, but thanks Volvo. Dang, look at all those spider webs. Like, I'm gonna be lucky to get in bed tonight without any bites, any bug bites. But we'll keep moving on. Try and ignore all the spider webs, but it's kind of hard to ignore that. But we'll keep going. Dang, that's a long bolt. And then we should be able to squeeze this out. And now we have full access to the timing belt. So you can slip it in and slip the old one out and slip the new one in. So I got the timing belt off. What's funny is I remember I almost changed my mind. I almost told myself, oh, I could probably just start it with the timing belt that's on it. Because look at that. That's a decent looking timing belt. Like no major cracks, you know, decent. But I started looking a little bit further down on the belt once I got it off, and look at that. That's a completely different story. So this is what I saw on the top of the cams, like where you check your timing belt. So I was like, yeah, that looks decent. But this is what was hiding a little bit further down on the belt. So I don't know. This is a reminder for everybody out there. Go change your timing belts. It's not that hard of a job. And just because the timing belt looks good up here doesn't mean it's good down there. So just change your timing belt. You'll be able to sleep better at night. And yeah. So yeah, let me just keep going. So I'm an idiot. I completely forgot that in 93 and 94, there were two different types of timing belts. So we're moving on. I ordered the right one, so in a couple days that should show up. But while we're waiting, I'm gonna pull the gas out of this tank. I already have all the lines disconnected. I'm gonna put the new fuel pump in there, replace the fuel filter, and yeah, go get some gas for this thing. Okay, so let's do that. Looks like we found a live one. I can get it to focus. The guy doesn't want to leave his home. But it's eviction day. We're gonna start this thing back up. We got the new timing. Oop, I got the new timing belt on. Finally got the right timing belt kit. So all that's situated. I put a little coolant in the bottle just to see how low it was. It actually wasn't that low, so maybe the water just evaporated out of the coolant. But yeah, other than that, I'm gonna start putting the serpentine belt stuff back on and put a fresh battery in this thing, and hopefully this thing's gonna start right up. I did pull the number one spark plug just to put this thing to TDC, or top dead center. I just wanted to, make it easier for me to turn the thing over without it like rolling over on compression. But yeah, it looks actually pretty clean down there. So I got high hopes. But then again, I'm also very skeptical. This car's been sitting for a really long time. And we're going to be the first ones to start it up in what could be 11, 13 years. So definitely excited. But yeah, let me get some gas in this thing. I'm gonna replace the fuel filter real quick. I already replaced the fuel pump, but yeah, let me get some gas in this thing and we'll keep going. So I got everything kind of put back together. I didn't put the serpentine belt back on. I don't know. Figured let's try and start it without the accessories connected. Give it a little bit of an easier or better chance of, I don't know, less things could go wrong. Put a battery in it. What's funny is this is the original battery. This is the battery that came with the car. I put it on my a little trickle charger. Don't know where the, oh, there she is. My little battery tender. Put it on there. This thing works freaking great. It saved like 3 different batteries that I've gotten out of these old sitting forever Volvos, and somehow it saved every single one of them. So that thing works. I'm gonna try and start it. I put the battery in it. Lights are popping up in the dash. Let's see what the heck's going on in here. Turn the key. The beeping sounds weird. It's something I noticed. Guess we're not gonna notice anything until I try and start it. What's funny is this feels eerily similar to starting the T5R for the first time. So for good luck, we're gonna put it in neutral, like we did with the T5R. It's in eco. Okay, so I'm gonna set up this camera, and I'm just gonna turn the key and see what happens. The weird thing is I don't hear that fuel pump priming, so maybe I didn't hook up the fuel pump all the way or something, but I really hope that fuel pump does something. But yeah, we'll get to it. I'm gonna set this camera up and we're gonna try and start it. Okie dokie, I'm gonna try and start her. To be honest, I'm not expecting much because that fuel pump doesn't sound like it's priming, but we're gonna try it. To be honest, that fuel pump doesn't seem like it's doing anything, but we'll try it one more time. Yeah, fuel pump's not doing anything. I'm gonna have to look into that. Maybe the fuse. Okay, we're gonna look into it. I'm an idiot. I didn't put gas in it. Okay, well let me put some gas in the dang thing. Hopefully I didn't burn that pump up. But I'm gonna go put gas in it. Okay, so you guys, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I'm not the smartest guy in the room. That's for dang sure. And I'm in a room that's empty right now. So if you guys ever come to this YouTube channel for like advice on when it comes to like fixing a Volvo or getting your Volvo up and running again, just do me a favor and take any advice I give you with a grain of salt, because this is the type of thing that I do on the regular. So please remember, you're just watching an idiot tinker with some Volvos. And yeah, I guess that's the moral of the story. Don't trust everybody you see on the internet, because just because you're in front of a camera doesn't mean you're an expert. And I am far from an expert. So I'm gonna fill this thing up with gas, and maybe this thing will start. Okay, let's keep going. For the record, this is 91. I really want to give this thing the best shot at starting, so I went down and got me pretty much 5 gallons of 91 octane. And this should be healthy for the poor thing that just sat for so many years. You know what I mean? The fuel system still needs to clean itself a little bit. You can only drain so much out of this dang tank and out of the lines and stuff like that. So this stuff will definitely make sure that it has the octane. So we'll get going. Okay, let's see if we can get this thing to start. Oh, I hear that pump doing something now. Let me try and purge the air out of the system, and we'll see if this thing wants to do anything. Oh yeah, she's pumping air. Yeah, baby. I got a rag filled with gas, so we should be good to go. Let me try and start it. It hiccuped. I don't think this thing's getting enough fuel pressure. Let me swap out these fuel pump controllers just to make sure this thing's not like a wrong part number or something like that. I'm not, like I said, I'm an idiot on the internet, tweaking with the wall. So we're gonna try what an idiot would do. Ooh. Okay, let's try this. Oh, she's running. Okay, we're not gonna run her for too long, but she's running like a champ. Oh, okay, let's get that rag out of there. That's a gas-covered rag. Look at that. She's running smooth. She's doing the normal P80 lifter kick. We might need to do the oil seals. But she's running like a champ. Look at that. Smooth as butter. No misfires. Okay, we won't run her for too long. But look at that. She's running. Okie doke. One sec. Let's gather our thoughts. So no more quad pushing for this guy. She finally moves under her own power. She's running pretty dang smooth. Dude, that injector is wow. Like the ticking from up here is completely gone. But this like I can feel these things pulsing when I put my hand on the fuel rail. So that injector is loud as heck. I don't know if that's normal or not. Doesn't seem to affect the way it's running. It runs freaking great. AC compressor kicks on, but it kicks on and off really rapidly, so I think the Freon needs to be charged. But I mean, everything seems to be working in here. The fans work, or the blower fan works. The radio works, just I need to get the code for it. I think there's like a set changer back there. I can hear something like cycling back there every time I turn the radio on, so I gotta check if there's one of those multi-disc thingamajigs. But look at that, 69,000 miles. I haven't driven it down the road to see if that odometer is working or not, but as you can see, oil change sticker, if you can read it, 73,000 miles, so it's not even due for an oil change. Well, it's definitely due by the age or the date, so we're gonna do an oil change on this thing real quick. And I mean she's pretty much done. Well, obviously not done, but she's running. She needs tires. She definitely needs motor mounts. I put it in gear and have my friend look at the engine. The engine like shifts back and forth, so it definitely needs motor mounts. But other than that, she just needs to be cleaned up, and she's ready to go back on the road. And completely amazes me every single time I work on one of these cars. And mostly the P80s. The P80s, they're little tanks. People underestimate how, I guess, durable these dang things are. But I'm gonna do a little bit more work on it, get her, you know, roadworthy, and hopefully we'll find this thing a brand new Volvo Enthusiast home, and she'll serve her new owner pretty well. So looking forward to getting this guy in the hands of another Volvo Enthusiast. Well, that's pretty much it for today's video. As you can see, we got her running. She's running pretty dang good in the background right now, and I'm pretty excited to see this thing finally run. It's been about a month or 3 weeks since I got this thing, but yeah, well, I appreciate you guys checking out today's video. I appreciate the guys who have subscribed to the channel. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers, which is awesome. We just hit 850, which is pretty ironic, but I don't know. I appreciate all you guys watching these videos, and yeah, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Another shout out, well, shameless plug, is I do have my dealer's license, and I do sell these Volvos to people who are Volvo enthusiasts. So hit me up, check out Swedish Auto Group on Instagram. That's where I post all the Volvo inventory that I have. And obviously follow on Volvo Enthusiast Group, and you'll always see me posting about these old Volvos. So I appreciate you guys watching today's video. Remember to drive safe and enjoy your guys' Volvos. See you guys next time. Oh, dude, the odometer's working. Wow. The freaking trip is rolling over. So this thing actually has 69,000 miles. That is insane. Can't drive her too far because I don't have a dealer plate on it, but suspension feels good. It's not bouncy or anything. Look at her go. Let's see if she goes into gear. That's second. Wow, that's a smooth shift. Ooh, okay, I just remembered these tires are definitely flat spotted. Okay, we're gonna have to turn around. We're not going over 30 miles per hour, if that's for dang sure. But look at her go.